before you start the episode.
God damn it! What?
Hold on.
It's already started. There's no going back now.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on, wait.
What?
Here. Look at the chat.
What? What is that? What is that?
Mr. White, I need you to come back for me.
Who? What the fuck am I looking at?
It's Breaking Bad.
I've never seen Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Breaking Benjamin the band. Hey guys, welcome to Marbio.
Hey guys, welcome to Marlboro.
Welcome to Sigamets.
Dude, it's all about that monkey just fucking killed himself.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Am I?
Stop.
What? Am I? Geronimo? Oh. Okay. Sure.
So my first sexual encounter.
Shut the fuck up, Leslie. Don't talk about fucking that.
I'm gonna tell Taryn I was with a girl before she was, and then she's gonna scream and cry and shit.
Oh, dude, scary shrooms, red coins. I've been fucking there.
I want to take shrooms. I want to do hallucinogenics.
Shrooms.
I'm tired of playing it. I'm tired of playing it safe.
Shrooms are so much fun. Don't do PCP.
Why?
PCP is not fun.
Yeah, why?
Okay, I've never done PCP. But I've
Legally
watched.
speaking or genuinely speaking?
Genuinely speaking, but I've watched people do it. And that shit seems like the worst fucking thing ever. Oh.
Why does it seem like the worst thing ever?
Like, okay, my friend did it. Not my friend. He wasn't my friend. He was a guy I knew.
Okay, I get you. I get what you mean.
However, he did it once. He was by no means a drug addict or anything like that, or a peruser.
Yeah, he could stop whenever he wanted to.
No, like, we smoked weed together, and sometimes we'd take shrooms, and that was it. We didn't...
Yeah.
We didn't do anything crazy, you know?
Yeah.
He took PCP one time, and we were hanging out, and like 20 minutes later, he fucking dug his nails into his skin and was peeling the layers off.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
What medium does PCP come in? Do you smoke it? Do you inject it? What is it?
I think, okay, I know you can smoke it. I think you can also inject it.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I don't want to do that. I want to stay away from anything I smoke or inject that isn't weed, or I don't want to inject things, actually.
Yeah, as a general rule, just don't do anything you have to inject. Shrooms are fun. Shrooms are really nice.
I want to do hallucinogenics really bad.
So I've dropped acid.
Okay, how's that?
Don't like that.
Why?
Because that's like... Well, it depends, like, how strong it is and how much you do. Because, like, if you only do a little bit and it's not that strong, then I guess it's chill, because you just kind of, like, see colors and shit.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
But, like, the flip side of that is if you do it even a little too much, then it's, like, full-on walls are melting, you see shit that is not there, and it can turn bad very easily, very fast.
Okay.
Whereas shrooms are, like, a very nice, relaxing high. Like, I mean, I would compare it to weed. It's like the weed of hallucinogenics, you know, it's just chill, you know, you'll hang out, you'll go and you'll walk about in nature and everything will just be really fucking interesting.
Okay.
Tiny huge island.
I would like to do these things.
Yeah.
I remember you and Taryn were like, don't do these things, you already hallucinate, and I tried real hard to think about how I would already hallucinate, and I'm like, you know what?
Yink.
Maybe I don't care. I hallucinated today.
Yeah, how was that?
So I was sitting in my goddamn, and I was sitting on my couch, and I have a pretty good view of like the sky in front of my apartment complex. So I'm just sitting on my couch because there's a huge picture window.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I just see like, I thought they were birds at first, because they were like a group of black dots close together.
Mario,
and I'm looking at them, and they're like kind of far away, And they're not, like, it doesn't look like they're flying, because, you know, like, when you see vultures flying, they circle and they rock back and forth in the air.
Yeah.
And when you see crows fly, they're kind of like, you know, they're swooping and they're, like, spinning around and stuff because they're crows.
Yeah.
And we have both around here. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I never see groups of birds that close together. I also thought it could have been geese, but they weren't flying in a V. And they also, like, you can tell how geese fly.
Gons.
I was like, this is really weird. So I go to get closer to the window, and I'm keeping my eyes on them the entire time because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm looking at, because it doesn't look like they're flying. It just kind of looks like they're, like, floating in a straight-ish line across the sky. And I was like, am I seeing UFOs right now? What the fuck am I looking at? Because it just looked bizarre. And then I get up to the window and I look down for 1 second, and they were still, like, well within my line of sight. I looked down for 1 second because I knocked something off the windowsill, and I look and they're just fucking gone. And I was like, okay, so that never existed to begin with. Cool, cool.
Oh my god,
very nice.
Skin here.
So yeah, I hallucinated today. That's a pretty good insight into what my hallucinations are. Just, like, stupid shit that may or may not be real, that, like, I'm not sure if it's real, so I have to get real close and be like, what the fuck? You know?
Look at these guandos.
Yeah, look at them.
That's crazy.
Oh, there's a little door shaped just for you.
Yeah.
Just for you. You get to run in there. It's Mario's Secret Beach.
Honestly. Fucking fuck, dude.
That's my favorite part of Mario, his secret beach.
This one time, I was tripping on the ass, as it were.
Okay.
And, like, I'm just having a good time, you know. I was watching, I don't know, like fucking South Park or something, just some dumb cartoon. Get the fuck out, this is my shell now. And I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go make myself a sandwich. So I go upstairs and I make myself one sandwich.
Okay. You sammed witch.
I sammed a witch. And this was in my old house in Couts. So, like, I then go back into the living room and eat my sandwich, and then I stand up and turn to my right, where, like, the living room is also connected to, like, just kind of a sitting area where there's no TV or anything.
What kind of sammed witch was it?
PBJ.
Okay.
Nice
cool,
and safe.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work. And, like, there's a big open bay window at the end of the sitting room, and as I'm looking out at it, this, like, black giant snake comes up and weaves back down, and its body comes up and weaves down, and then, you know, it just keeps going up and down like that, like passing by the window.
Wait, a what?
Like a giant black snake.
I think you saw Apophis.
And, like,
I think Apophis was in Couts.
It fucking, like, it went by so fast that, like, it blew wind, it blew the curtains, and, like, I could feel the breeze it was blowing on the other side of the room, and the sound it made sounded like a wooden roller coaster going by.
Okay, you lost me. Because I know exactly the sound you're talking about.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Like, it sounds like it's about to fucking break any second.
It's because I think it was like a wood porch in front of it, so I think it was like, my mind was like, oh, this is the sound it makes because it's going on. It's on the porch.
This is the sound that a giant snake would make. Yeah.
Exactly. This is the sound that a puffin makes.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't fucking operate this too easily right now.
That I absolutely know, like, what you're talking about when you have a hallucination that's more than just, like, visual. Like, you can fucking feel it.
Yeah.
When I was really young, I had a hallucination
Did you see me do that to that
you
fucking
just
Goomba?
punched him. Jesus.
Fuck.
Today I saw Mario fucking mollywop a child. Or Mollyrock, sorry, not Mollywop. I was thinking of Womps.
It's okay, I forgive you.
But, like, when I was really young, I think probably around 8 or 9, I was walking around the side of my my grandparents' house. And I look up, and this is gonna sound stupid, but keep in mind, all of my hallucinations are stupid. I I saw like a fucking like UFO, like
Mm-hmm.
gravitron ass, like fucking blinking lights, saucer shaped. Like do you remember Raoul from I think that's his name from Cars? He's the purple one that does like the paint jobs.
No.
Okay, well, it was painted like him, essentially. Like, really, like, stupid, like what the 50s would think a UFO would look like.
Yeah.
And it was, like, quote-unquote, flying, like, 30 feet off the ground, and this shit was huge. It was the size of probably, like, a two-person plane. So imagine, like, the sound and the mass of that just fucking ripping past you.
Yeah.
And I remember it felt so real and it looked so real that it knocked me to the ground, and I swear I could feel like the wind fucking like rush past me. And my dad was in the backyard like working on the lawnmower. And I run back there and I'm like, Dad, holy shit. Well, I didn't say that, but I was like, Dad, did you see that? And he's like, see what? And I was like, the fucking thing that just flew by.
You were like
what?
3 years old and you ran back there and you're like, Dad, motherfuck!
Yeah, literally. And I was like, did you just see that thing that flew by? He's like, what, like a bird? And I was like, no, like, and I didn't want to say UFO because I knew he was going to make fun of me, but then I said UFO and he made fun of me, and I was like, fucking whatever. And I didn't know that was a hallucination. For years, I thought I genuinely saw a UFO until I finally pieced it together that I was and have been hallucinating my entire life. And that, no, people don't just see and hear things. Do you know, it took me 20 fucking years for me to realize that people don't just hear things in their life.
Yeah, I mean, like, when
no one talks about it.
When that's normal for you, why would you think it's not normal for everybody, you know?
Yeah, literally.
Because, like, no one ever outwardly tells you that, no, that's not normal, so why would you think it is?
Yeah, literally. Like, I thought everyone just heard things say their name. And it got to the point where I wouldn't, like, from a very young age, I just wouldn't even fucking react anymore. Like, I would hear things say my name or say hi or try to get my attention, and I would just be like, whatever. And I would just, like, just fucking ignore it because it was so commonplace to me. And then when I told my mom that summer I said I wanted to kill myself at probably the worst time possible, fucking my mom was like I told her, and I was like, did that happen to you? She's like, no. And I was like, oh, maybe I do have a problem. Man, that was fucking weird because it never dawned on me that it wasn't a fucking normal thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then I talked to Taryn about it, and she was like, yeah, every now and then I hear that, and I didn't piece it together, like, oh, Taryn's also mentally ill. Weird how only the mentally ill friends I have are reciprocating.
Have I told you about when I was a little kid, that reoccurring nightmare I had about falling down into the basement?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait, yeah, because didn't it have, like, a creepy...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. That was different.
Or, like, a creepy, like, painting?
That was different. That actually happened.
Oh.
So, like, when I was younger than that, I lived in a house that didn't have a basement. But, like, you know, I mean, like, I was a young kid, but, like, even then, you know, like, children's media, monsters are in the basement, right? That's just, like, a thing. So, that idea was in my head.
Yeah.
So I had a recurring nightmare about, like, being a kid at a party and, like, putting on my friend's glasses, and that would make me dizzy. And I'd walk over to a vent and fall through it into the basement, and when I would come to, there was, like, this big green monster dragging me along the floor. And that was, like, a reoccurring nightmare I'd have all the time, and, like, I could talk to the monster, and it would, like, talk back to me, and, like, I could ask it questions, and it would answer, and it would always be different every dream. So anyway, flash forward a couple of years, being an untreated child with epilepsy that caused hallucinations. More than likely now, you know, I realized I was probably having a seizure. But, like, I can very vividly remember being a 3-year-old in this fucking hallway. I didn't need to do that. I needed to fucking get the other one first. Shit. And, like, walking up to a door that wasn't there in the house, and opening it, and there's a staircase descending into a basement, and then seeing the thing from my dreams kind of walk out from the shadows up to the bottom of the staircase and say my name and wave at me.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wow, I hate that. Holy shit.
Yeah, that, like, it still gives me fucking chills thinking about that.
Yeah, that's like your brain saying, hey, how about fuck you?
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't think I ever had a dream, like... Okay, well, I used to have, like, recurring dreams, but they were never, like, that disturbing.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's not true. I used to have a recurring nightmare when my dad was still in my life. And, like, a repeating theme for bad, or, like... Because I don't have nightmares in the sense that I wake up terrified. I have nightmares in the sense that I wake up extremely distressed. Like, I'm not scared, I'm upset when I wake up. And in all of my stressful, distressing, you know, like, darker dreams, like, dark water or, like, stormy water is always present.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not, like, scared of water. I'm not scared of drowning. I really like to swim, so I don't know why dark water is present. But, like, the setup is so bizarre because I'd never had consistent recurring dreams, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, the one with my dad, like, I'm not gonna go into, like, why shit was happening. I'm just gonna go into, like, the details because my dad's a fucking liar. Anyway, so, like, the dream would always start out as another dream, and that's, like, I don't know, like, my brain was like, you're not gonna be able to wake yourself up from this one, bitch, you know, like, just to pull a little silly on me.
Right.
So it would always start as, like, different dreams, and then I would always end up at, like, the lake, you know? Like, I would go to the lake, and there would always be, like, the shore, and then just a fucking, like, steep, like, you know that one hill, at the lake? The one that everyone walks up?
Yeah.
It would be, like, that hill, but if it wasn't a slope, it was just straight down, and it was the entire shore. So just, like, a fucking cliff of sand, essentially. And I would be standing on it, and it would be, like, really stormy, like, bad weather there. And I would end up getting swept up into the, like, stormy water, and I would be really scared that I was about to die. And then I would make it back to the shore, and I would eventually, like, be walking along the shore, and I would see my brother, like, standing on a dock, going out into the water, and I would walk over to him, and no one would say anything. I would just stand next to him, and he was looking down into the water, and I would look down too, and it would just be, like, my dad underwater. And, like, my unconscious mind was like, he's drowning, and you can't do anything about it. And I would wake up so fucking upset. And in hindsight, I know why I was having that dream. It's because of, like, he was lying about having cancer, and I thought he was going to die, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, that was my brain saying, like, haha, you're upset, and you can't do anything, you know, really cool like that. And that was, like, the first time I ever had, like, a distressing recurring dream. And it was really bizarre to me, because I had never had, like, such a significant, like, constant presence because it was to a point where I would dream that every night, and I would, without fail, wake up every night so upset. It was very bad.
You kind of wigged me out there for a second, because I actually have, like, a recurring dream that starts pretty similarly to that.
Really?
Where, like,
How similar?
It'll always be like I'm just having a normal dream, and then I end up on a cliff, just like that, stormy cliff.
Really?
I would describe it exactly the same. It's that fucking dune at the dunes.
Holy shit.
But the thing is I would walk down the cliff.
Okay.
And there would be, like, there's people that I know there, but they're facing away from me, and I can't get them to turn towards me. Like, I can run around them, and they'll just, like, always be facing the other way, so I can't see their face.
Okay.
And then I'll get down to the bottom of the cliff, and, like, the water has receded. The tide's out.
Okay.
So I'll walk in to the lake, and just kind of like be walking in it, and then the tide will fucking rush in out of nowhere, and then I'll be in like this town, and I always end up back in this town. I've never seen this place before. It's not like anywhere I've ever been, but it's always exactly the same. It's got the same people in it, not people I know, but they all know me, and like it's a continuous dream. Like I'll leave from the last dream, and when I get back there, it starts back from the exact place. Like it's been like times where it's like been years between dreams, and it
Holy
starts back
shit.
exactly where the last one left off.
That's fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
How like this, even just like the entrance, like the whole dream is bizarre, but like how it starts out a different dream every time and then always ending up at the same starting point.
Right.
Literally for both of it's so fucking crazy. Like, it's insane. I have no idea what it is. I once had a dream recently. I don't know why I had it. It was just like a random fuck you stressful dream.
Uh-huh.
And I like I'm not good at waking myself up from dreams unless they're real bad. Um but like a subconscious like ticker for me now
Uh-huh.
is if I see water, like specifically Lake Michigan, or if I see like kind of choppy water in a dream, I know it's gonna be a bad one. You know, like I'm just kind of subconsciously bracing myself for my brain's coming up with
Right.
whatever my REM cycle decides to cook up for me that night. Uh, this one dream I had, it was like there was this like local aquarium showcasing the species in Lake Michigan. And the only way to get there was it was a building that was like, you know how oil rigs are like on stilts that go down to the ocean floor?
Yeah.
So the aquarium was like that. It was on like stilts that went down to the lake bed. And you had to take a boat out to a dock or like out to a platform with like buildings and shit on it. And then on this long ass bridge with no railing, that was the only way to get to the aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking like this bridge was like 50, 60 feet long of just walking along this fucking platform. It wasn't steady. It was kind of like swishing with the water. You had to walk across it to get to the aquarium. And I remember the water, as I walked across it, was getting choppier and choppier. And it started getting real bad pretty much as soon as I like set foot on the aquarium, or on the aquarium's platform. And I walk in, and I'm walking around, and then I hear like sirens going off outside, and I run outside, and suddenly like I'm back, you know, like I'm in a city, and the aquarium is like the city is on the shoreline of Lake Michigan. And I like for some reason like I hear my mom calling for me, and I look at my phone and my mom's trying to call me, but like my fingers aren't working the way they're supposed to, and I'm trying to like answer, but my hand just isn't cooperating, you know, like that kind of dream.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I have to go find my mom. So I'm running and I'm trying to like find her, and there ends up being like there's this fucking like this tornado touches down like 5 minutes away from where I am. I can fucking see the tornado, and I'm like panicking in the dream because I'm like, fuck, you know, like that's really close to where my mom is. So I like, the only thing I could come up with is like I have to leave this aquarium and I have to book it on foot to where my mom is, which essentially constitutes me running toward a fucking tornado. And I had to run through this neighborhood, and I got lost, and I fucking dream self was like, oh my god, my mom died and shit, and it was so fucking stressful. And I woke up like, what the fuck, brain? I was having a good day too. Why'd you have to do that shit to me, you know?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just have really sick dreams, and other times it's like, hey, what if your family died and you couldn't do anything about it? Wouldn't that be funny? And I'm like, no, and I'd be like, man, this sucks. Strap in, kid.
Next time on Mario 64, more dream talk.
Next time I'm gonna eat a Sichuan broad bean.
Fuck you.